To the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Left 35. Gun.
On 1st down, Romo. On the left side, he finds Beasley. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. And Beasley with it over the middle. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Now Tony Romo on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. For Dez, when Romo was under center, he was more the focal point. Now you got Zeke and obviously Dak at quarterback playing a little bit of second fiddle to some degree.
Yeah, he still had, 8 catches, 82 yards in the game against Tampa. And I know the numbers are going to be about half of what he normally does. But here's the thing. When they get to the playoffs, he may very well be sitting 1st chair again because they'll need the big plays from Dez Bryant.
The former 49er, Aldon Smith, from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd and long here. It's Romo. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Romo. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got to...
Let's go now. Left 35.
On 2nd and 10, Romo. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That was a class without securing the catch.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Right 20. Right 20. Check.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. He hits Beasley right side. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. On 4th down, Romo. Complete to Jason Witten. Give him 3 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
And another reception by Jason Witten, all reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner? Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of 2 tight ends. He and Tony Guns. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Corey James. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving. Into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. So a fantastic effort by Murray, a kid born in Orlando, went to high school in New York, but came back to Orlando to go to Central Florida. You're from Orlando, Mr. Davis.
Yes, I am, and actually grew up in New York State as well, so I knew I liked this young man, and a stock and trade for him.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
If you draft a guy in the 6th round and he gives you a 1,000-yard season at some point, would you say he's good value?
That's good return on investment. He was the first Raiders guy to rush for 1,000 yards in 2015 since McFadden back in 2010.
Latavius Murray, remember the name.
And that's complete to Wolford. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clyde Wolford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Wolford. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Carr to throw on second down. And this is caught. December, fewer than 60 receiving yards in 6 straight games, but he's got the talent. Might be a little bit of a sleeping dragon as they approach the playoffs.
Yeah, and let's face it, he's had a lot of help this year from Michael Crabtree, who came into the league assuming the role that Amari Cooper has now, which is the #1 receiver. I think Crabtree has really found his niche as a #2 in Oakland. He takes a lot of pressure off of Cooper. Wait till playoff time. Those two together, that could be a lot of trouble for whoever they're playing. After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Red 18, baby. Alert.
Shotgun now for Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Well, he's had problems here early in his career with interceptions in the red zone, and that rears its ugly head again there.
And you know what happens, too, is that even when you have those issues, your offensive coordinator, your quarterback coach is trying to give you confidence in that situation, and they may still call those plays, hoping to get an easy, cheap touchdown for you, but you violate their trust and their confidence when you make plays like that.
After the interception, here's Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Gun.
Romo here on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Reggie Nelson, he was tied for the league lead last year with 8 picks, snags another one there.
And this is what Oakland is hoping to see from him, and often. They saw it in Cincinnati. That's why they're eager to have him added to their roster.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
15 yards there on the catch and run. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr now on first down. He's going to air one out. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I'm hearing my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots. Even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs, they know how to adjust better than any team in football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock them out of this deal. I think that youth will be served for Dallas, and what Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them, I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise. Who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season.
Throwing on third down, Romo. And this is going to be incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Go, go, go! Set, track 20. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
Excellent field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface, but I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Carr to throw, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. To throw is Carr, brought in by Walford, right side. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A gutsy call by Jack Del Rio, but it does not pay off. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way, depending on who converts on 4th down.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Carr, flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. In the red zone this time. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. A play fake for Elliott. Now Romo. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They do snap it. Now Romo. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Brandon, I think the NFL in recent years made an absolute brilliant tactical decision, and that was to move a lot of the divisional games to the end of the year in hopes that it would mean something. And, you know, remember at that time it was, hey, we don't want people to rest players down the stretch. Well, I think it's worked brilliantly because we've got some big-time games potentially showing up here at the end of 2016.
Adds intrigue in some big games. Intrigue also, though, because even if you've got 2 teams that maybe are having bad seasons, they're usually rivals, and that helps at the gate.
It certainly does. Helps in a lot of ways, even if you're not playing for a playoff spot. As you said, if you're a rival, it still gets the interest of the fans. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On second down, here's Carr. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Open man is Holmes. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Carr to throw on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's third down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Here's Carr. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Carr connects it to Roberts, right side. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. And the seemingly endless drive continues. From the gun, it's Carr. That's caught at the 2. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Romo, and that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that takes us from second to third down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field.
And now for the third time, Romo intercepted. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Carr throwing on second down. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Carr now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Clive Walford, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Romo going right side. He has Witten. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
7 yards. Remaining here on 3rd down.
Let's go now. Right 20. Right 20.
Throwing on 3rd down. Romo firing quickly here, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Romo on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Sean Smith. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Now Carr eluding the pressure right. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, here we go.
From midfield, here's Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yard.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you won't.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws. Is this one?
But still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. Now a first down throw. Romo. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To the air again, Romo being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by first-rounder Carl Joseph. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Carr going to look to throw. And now here is another interception. Carr intercepted by Brandon Carr. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Tony Romo on first down. Buying time to his left. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now it's Romo. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Romo throwing again. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former Eagle, Nate Allen. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, and he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
We ready?
Carr going to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard.